This is about LaVar Ball, the father of Lonzo Ball, putting himself front and center at the expense of his son. Because when you bring that kind of spotlight on your son, you never know in today's day and age how that could ultimately affect him. Lonzo Ball is minding his business and playing basketball. He's lucky he's in college because as a collegiate player, you have Steve Alford, the institution that is UCLA. The guys are, the umbrella of college basketball and quote unquote supposed amateurism hovering over you where you're insulated to some degree and to some degree protected. But once you become a pro, you're in a man's world then. All bets are off. And the level of cynicism, acrimony, skepticism, invasiveness, all of these things elevate tremendously. And as a result, you're going to find, and I cannot believe that it appears as if LaVar Ball does not see this. You're going to literally have people targeting your son because they don't like you. I don't have a problem with LaVar Ball, the man, in terms of what kind of parent he is. But it seems he happens to be a wonderful father. And his belief in his son should be commended and applauded in certain respects. But his willingness to put himself front and center and to get in the battles with the Barkleys of the world and others, inviting some level of acrimony or some level of vitriol from outside sources who probably won't include Barkley at all. What's the way that they could potentially get at him? By potentially bothering his son. And I don't care how great of a kid he is and how awesome of a kid he is as a talent and probably as a human being. None of us are flawless. And if your son is inviting this attention upon him, that would be different. But the fact that you're choosing to do it, seemingly oblivious or insensitive to the potential impact it could have on your son, that's the problem.
Well,
that's what really resonates here, and that's what somebody needs to say. LaVar Ball, if he's watching this show, I want LaVar Ball to know we all have to respect him. As a man, as a father, he seems to have done a wonderful job. And we don't need to go back and forth with him or championships and ball. No, what we're saying, sir, respectfully, is that even though you may not intend to do so, what you're doing is ultimately inviting the microscope to be on your son for reasons that you may not want because people might do it just because they don't like you. And no matter how beautiful your son is, not just as a player, but as a person, as a parent, is that fair to your son? You have to ask yourself that question.